Hey guys, I'm Ouroboros. Let's play Persona 3 Reload. It is August 3rd.
Good morning. This is Elizabeth. I am calling to inform you that more humans have wandered into Tartarus. 2 this time, I believe. Please swiftly and safely conduct a search and rescue. Goodbye now.
And some idiots have decided to wander into Tartarus, so we are going to need to save them. And save them very soon, because as you can see by the UI, we've only got 3 days left until the full moon, and summer vacation does, in fact, continue. However, we missed our Sunday rituals because we had a track meet, I believe. That means we don't get to see Tanaka do his nonsense. However, we can still go ahead and go around and grab all of the SP recovery items. Really don't need them too much at this point, especially because we will be able to grab SP recovery items in Tartarus, but I figured I might as well take it slow, at least for now. Town map, that's what I'm looking for. Where's the other one? Oh, it's at the station. It's been a hot minute since I've played. I am doing this way ahead of schedule just to get myself a little bit ahead, because I do have some stuff coming up here in the next few weeks, so I just want to make sure I have a nice, I don't know, bank filled up of videos, backlog for you guys. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. The reporter is here. I've got a scoop. These incidents all started with that god and the shrine's curse. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Yeah. Our rag mainly covers these kinds of things. We're just a third-rate yellow publication. I don't know what that means. I don't think that's racist, but one day I'll get a scoop that'll take us to #1. My boss tells me not to waste my time, though. He thinks it's impossible. Anyway, as you can tell by the video length in the bottom right-hand corner, we got a Tartarus visit today, but I'm gonna hang out with Maiko first. You came, Mom and Dad, well, what did they do? Thank you,
I can't take it anymore! Mom and Dad just keep fighting! I begged them to stop fighting so much, but they told me to leave them alone! I made up my mind! I have to run away from home!
How can we ruin a family even more? It's up to you, girl!
You mean I can do what I want? You mean it? And I'm running away. I made up my mind. I better start packing soon. Hey, what should I bring if I'm running away from home? I need lots of snacks, right? And my insurance card?
Don't forget the can opener. Don't forget the can opener. I can't believe she remembered an insurance card. That's crazy for like a 3rd grader. I went to the doctor today. I didn't have an insurance card. I had to have it emailed to me. So I guess she's doing better than me. That should be enough.
Really? Wow! Running away is easier than I thought. Now, just gotta decide when to sneak out.
Maiko is deep in thought.
Either way, I'm gonna give it a try. Don't worry, I'll be just fine, okay? I'm gonna miss playing with you, though.
I do want to make sure did I pick the right option? That should be enough. Yes. She's fond of me. I feel like we're getting closer. Also, I realized it sounded kind of weird when I said I went to the doctor. It was just a checkup. I haven't been to the doctor in a long time, and I needed to, like, set up care, so I'm okay. I'm all healthy. I realized that when I said I have things coming up, and then I said I went to the doctor. No, I'm not like, I am okay. But with that, we have unlocked Hanged Rank 6.
When I run away, Mom and Dad will have to work together to find me. This is gonna be great. I gotta make sure I'm ready to go.
Well, I can't argue with that logic, right? Right? We're not encouraging a girl to run away from her family and never come back. Hi, how was your day? There will be a full moon on Thursday. I'm sure some kind of shadow will show up. It's coming up quickly, so please make sure you're fully prepared. Oh, we will. First, though, we want to go to Club Escapade. Remember, it's good to grab a fortune reading just because there's, I mean, I guess if you don't want money, if you want to be broke, you are, well, not a rarity fortune, right? Yes. Yes, we want the little golden handy boys. Well, let us begin. If you're going to the Tower of Shadow tonight, you're destined, yeah, that's the right one. Can I do more than one? Is that a thing? Okay, I didn't know, I wasn't sure. I never really came here that much in my own playthroughs. Do I want to talk to people before we go to Tartarus? I don't think I do. We're gonna have plenty of time together with everybody. So, with everything out of the way, let's go to Tartarus. All right, then let's meet up in the usual place. And we do have an extra party member to bring with us today. Of course, Aigis is gonna come. She is an anti-shadow weapon, so she should be pretty much in her element here.
As of today, I will be joining in the operations to explore Tartarus. I am ready for deployment. I have also been equipped with a number of combat functions, in addition to the ability to summon a persona. I will provide more details later, but suffice to say, you won't want to miss it.
Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
When the time comes, prepare to have your mind blown, as they say. Our current objective is the elimination of the large shadows that appear during a full moon. In order to accomplish this, it will be crucial to gather combat data in Tartarus. Please make efficient use of my facilities so that we may achieve our goal.
Oh, yes. So, Aigis has a different theurgy from everybody. I mean, obviously they all do, but it does operate a little differently. Charge is similar, same idea. However, it's called Orgia mode. When she uses Orgia mode, she will automatically attack during her turn for 3 turns in a row. So basically, once it gets to her turn, she does her own thing. You have no control over it. However, during Orgia mode, her attack and defense get greatly buffed. And keep in mind that once it does end, she won't be able to move the next turn. So like, you get 3 turns of crazy super duper Aigis, and then on that 4th turn, she's basically burnt out and she can't do anything. So, that is her Orgia mode. We will see that more once we get into Tartarus a little bit more. And we should have 2 new tarot cards. The Hierophant increases the level of your currently equipped persona by 1, and Lovers, social link bonuses for persona fusions until you leave Tartarus. So basically, whenever you fuse a persona, you get extra EXP for that. That's what that means.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, Elizabeth has something she wants to tell us. Is,
I may say so.
while awaiting for your arrival, I sensed something shifting within Tartarus. A number of strange doors has appeared, and okay, where these doors lead, whether this bodes ill or well, even I do not have that knowledge. However, I believe you have the wherewithal to find out. Take the leap. You may discover something useful. I can do that? Yes. Yes, we can. Excellent. I have faith in you. Those who challenge the unknown, choosing risk over comfort, often achieve greatness. I believe such challenges necessarily facilitate some form of growth. Wow, I'm struggling today. Your courage will lead to your betterment, Makoto. I sincerely hope you will continue to act on it. Something's weird going on in Tartarus. These doors. Should I go investigate? Yes, we will see these much later, maybe? But first, I'm going to do some fusions, because I actually kind of have a lot of personas to fuse this trip, so I kind of want to take care of some of that now, and then as we go, it'll be easier to grab new personas that maybe I don't have. Excuse me, wow. I am not using DLC personas, that's why I'm not going to use these. So, do I want to skip? Yeah, I think I'm just going to skip this. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I have done a few fusions, not too many, so I'll go ahead and skim through my persona stock real quick. I will say that this Mithras is one of the Elizabeth requests, so I will go ahead and get that out of the way right now. I see that you have raised Mithras to the required level. That completes this request. I believe this Mithras has even greater potential. If you come across another entity that can stand by its side, you may stand to gain even more power. I hope you keep that in the back of your mind. I cannot talk today. That is rough. But I can go ahead and check that off my list. I should probably ask about the missing persons. I sense someone. There seems to be someone between floors 78 and 81. Okay, I guess that's it. I think we do have more than that in here. I don't know exactly how many, but I do want to go ahead and switch up my party. So, a fun little gag, if you have all of the girls in your party, and we just start from where we left off, I guess we do have to go up a few floors really quick. I'm getting a faint reading of a person. It could be one of the people who got lost in here. It's too far for me to pinpoint their location, but they do seem to be on a much higher floor. I'm just gonna go to the next floor, DM, the lazy button, but it's fine. Yep, dead end, let's check it. And I feel like you guys know the drill at this point. And you did see a little, like, blue sparkle stream effect behind Makoto. That is our ambush that we unlocked using one of the website URLs. I will show this off in a second. Path is opened up, and we can keep on going forward. It must take an enormous amount of energy to move a structure that large, although such physical laws might not apply here. I would say a giant tower coming out of a school doesn't really apply. Ooh, right off the bat, we get some hands. That's good. The fortune teller, yeah. So I'm going to be quiet and let the girls do the talking right now. If they can take over at any point, that would...
Oh, hey. Looks like you're the only guy on the team tonight.
I see. So this is what you would call a harem, correct? According to my data, every single man in the world fantasizes of having one.
Wait, is that what you're angling for? Well, ulterior motives aside, I've no problems. After all, this team is strategically sound.
A staircase.
Yep, so all of the Oh, I got rid of the golden hand. No. Maybe if I run around, it'll come back. Yes, depending on your character lineup in Tartarus, you will get different dialogue. I don't show off too many of them, but that's a fun one that I like. Also, you notice that was the new ambush, and now one of the enemies is distressed. So I think I can just whack you, and this will probably crit. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, that went well. And I would love to be able to show off Aigis here, but maybe she won't get a turn. Oh, that's awkward. Is Aigis gonna get a turn? Well, I guess she's gonna get a turn. And I will let her do the talking here. Arrow Rain's probably good.
I am Aigis, the last of the anti-shadow suppression weapons. Preparing to eliminate all hostile targets. Radiant, activate!
Please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss. Yeah. Like I said, I actually have had that whiff before, where they do this big super dramatic speech, and then just, oops, sorry, just miss. And it always makes me feel awful. I might have footage of it somewhere, maybe? I don't know. It might be buried deep in the depths of my hard drive. But speaking of hard drive, at some point, hold on. Let me build up some speed and get the ambush going. Hwacha! And even though the shadow was facing us, if you charge it up enough, you will get the ambush. So that's nice. But like I was saying, I do have an external hard drive, and at some point I did a massive upgrade of all of my setup because I was like, you know what, I got paid 3 times this month instead of twice. I'm gonna splurge and get a bunch of stuff, and I bought a 12 terabyte external hard drive because I've got all this footage, and I like using it for my other channel, and it felt like a waste to just keep deleting videos, even though sometimes I would go back and talk about old games that I played, so it's just chilling on my desk with tons and tons and tons of footage. Unfortunately, I did not buy it before I was done. Damn it, the golden hand didn't respawn. I did not buy it before I was done with Royal. Some kind of machine. I wonder what it's powered by. But I have had it for the entirety of Reload, so I have all of the footage from Reload, and I still have like 10 terabytes worth of space on the hard drive left. And now I gotta figure out what this hand is weak to. I'm going to try to just hit you until you die. There was something else I was talking about that I got interrupted by. Oh, the little dialogue that the different characters have. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I don't show that off too often just because I feel like you don't... It's hard to... What's the best way to put this? It's hard to show it all off because it does happen randomly, and I don't want to just sit there waiting for it to happen because it's not super important, let's be honest. And I am going to analyze you just so I can see... That's awkward. Anyway, it's hard to just show off all of them, and you can just watch another YouTube video with that, so I don't feel the need to show things like that off. But other things, obviously, like all the social links and stuff, I do enjoy showing those off. But now that we have seen Aigis' persona, and it ran away. Now that we've seen Aigis' persona Palladian, let's go ahead and get into our very first bio of the day. This is, of course, Palladian, Aigis' persona. Am I going the right way? No. So, a little bit of background on Palladian. The name originates from Palladium, or originates from ancient Greece, where it was like a statue that was said to protect a city. And most commonly associated, I completely left there. Most commonly associated with Athena. So sometimes, especially in like the Iliad and the Odyssey, you will see Athena referred to as Pallas Athena. That's kind of where that comes from. Pallas, Palladium, Palladian. That's kind of the idea. Odysseus did steal the Palladium from Troy. And Palladium or Pallas or Palladian or whatever has also kind of come to be synonymous with Aegis, which should sound familiar considering her name is Aigis. Aigis' name in the Japanese version is Aegis, but it was changed for some reason in the English version of the game. I don't really know why. But we have 53 Twilight Fragments. Might as well open this. In-game, Aigis is a no-nonsense physical attacker. Oh, I gotta get through this quick. She gets no magic skills. Absolutely none. You get lots of buffing and debuffing options as well as some healing skills. She also gets physical resist at level 76, which is good because in P3 there's 3 different types of physical skills. If you have physical resist as a skill, you resist all 3 of those. I love using Aigis in combat, but I'll get to that more in a little bit. What is this? I think something new has appeared on this floor. It's nothing huge, but I'll give you another heads up when you're closer to it. Okay, I will talk about this more once we get there. But yes, I do love using Aigis in combat. I feel like most people really, really, really like using Aigis. I don't think I've heard too much... Oh, it's right here. I don't think I've heard too much bad about it, but there is a big-ass clock here. That's the device that causes a tremor. If we walk up to it very slowly, the reading that I'm getting is from it is small... Oh my god, I can't speak English today. To the one from the entrance. The shape is similar as well. Could it be a portal leading to somewhere? I should take a closer look. And if we use our power of God and anime, we get teleported to the clock world. Oh no. Something seems different about this floor. I wonder what. That's a big clock. Oh my god. Maybe it's like the one on the first floor? There's a shiny. It's a very convenient instruction manual. Great clock Oh, it's actually an instruction manual. For those who seek to gain greater power from a common experience, to activate the Great Clock, a prerequisite quantity of Twilight Fragments is required. After an offering is made and the hands strike 12, then the Great Clock can be used. The observer shall then reach for the pendulum while picturing a recipient of the clock's power. Last day of the month, activity verified. Document seems to be from 10 years ago. Clock's hands are already pointing towards 12. I might as well follow the instructions. So, this is basically an EXP boost. You can't go above Makoto's level, but it basically brings a person up to Makoto's level. That's all it is. You do have to use Twilight Fragments, and it will vanish, so it's basically one use for this floor. I'm gonna do Mitsuru, and you get to pick 2 Junpei, I guess, since everybody's so close in level, because we don't have too many party members. It isn't super helpful now, but once we get more party members, it does really, really make a difference, and is a great change that I'm glad they added in Reload. Everyone all right? For a second, I lost you all, but then it was like you just teleported here. What an odd place. What do you think could be the deal with that clock? Well, we could at least use it. If it seems like it'll be helpful, it'd be smart of us to make use of it. It doesn't seem dangerous. Maybe it actually has a positive effect on everyone. If the entrance opens up again, let's try it. Okay, so you do need to have that person in combat with you. I did choose Junpei, right? Yeah, because he came up. Oh, I'll just stick with the girls for now, because I do want to have Yukari on deck as a healer. You need to bring them into combat with you. It won't just immediately level up. As soon as you finish the first battle, they will get all of those level ups. So we'll see in a second here what it does. We've got a lot of tutorials during this Tartarus trip, even though we're, what, like 30-ish? 20, 30-ish hours in the game? I forgot how long I'm into it. But yes, this is a big Tartarus ship, and we do have a lot of cool new mechanics, and we do have more new stuff. That's not it. Obviously, Elizabeth talked about those doors earlier, and those are going to be something that I will be tackling periodically throughout the journey here. But, like I was saying, after I was so rudely interrupted by Father Time, Aigis is a really great unit. I don't think I've heard anybody say that they don't like using Aigis, and she scales really, really well throughout the course of the game. It never feels like she gets replaced by anybody. Nobody's a strict upgrade over her. She does kind of compete with Junpei and Akihiko on different fronts. So like physical attacker, she's going to be competing with Junpei on that. But then she's also got healing and buffing skills, and that kind of competes with Akihiko. Akihiko's a really good support character. So yeah, she's great. She's a great addition. Would recommend using her whenever. It's completely up to you. I'm gonna whack you. But yes, next one on my list is Mithras. We saw this as one of the Elizabeth requests. Mithras is a sun deity worshipped in the Roman Empire. They had a festival for him on the winter solstice, so don't confuse Mithras with Mithra or Mitra, which are all different things. And there was also a religion formed around him, but there aren't really many details left about said religion. It's kind of been, I guess, lost to time, if you want to put it that way. In-game, it's okay for right now. He does get Agileo. Unfortunately, since it is kind of at the start of this chunk of Tartarus, he gets a little power crept throughout this chunk. So if you could have gotten him like in the previous arc, probably would have been pretty good, especially for that full moon boss fight. But for right now, yeah, will probably be good during this first chunk, but then is slowly going to get power crept as we start to face stronger enemies and as we start to get better personas. But I tend to fuse personas towards the end of the trip, so maybe that may not be the case. Who knows? But we've got this shadow, and I'm going to try to get it this time. Hopefully I don't screw this up. What are you guys weak to? You're weak to wind. Okay. I can figure this out. Her maybe. So with okay, with hands like this, where you see it blocks all of the elements and then it's neutral to physical, what I would recommend is hopefully build up enough for a Theurgy and then try to get a knockdown or a kill if you can. And I'm going to shift to Makoto maybe. Do I get enough? Yes, I do get enough for a Theurgy here. So I'm going to Jack Brothers here. I don't have any other Theurgys right now, but Elizabeth did give us a hint where we can find somebody who pairs well with Mithras, and maybe it'll give us a new special power. But fortunately, that Jack Brothers did get the knockdown here, and I don't know if this will kill. It doesn't. That sucks. But fortunately, I think I'll be okay here. Please? I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything. Where's my Take Mikazuchi? I don't think this will kill, but it will do a lot of damage. It will do no damage. No, not like this. Please. Please, please, please. I need a crit or something. Don't run away. Don't run away. Okay. Please. Please. I hate these. These hands are so stressful for no reason. Okay, we're good. We're good. I feel like I don't even need to kill them. They're so, like, unnecessarily stressful because you want to get all the bonuses from them, but they're just a pain in the ass. Anyway, next persona. Next persona is Yatagarasu. This is a bird that represents divine intervention in Japanese mythology. Yatagarasu was sent to help guide Emperor Jimmu, and is also said to be an incarnation of, Takasunimi? Takasunimi, I think that's how you say it. In-game, Yatagarasu is insanely fast. And that's about it. That is about all you get, which is really unfortunate. You get growth 1, I guess, and some support skills, but I don't know. Yatagarasu isn't great. It's just kind of there. Can I whack this? There we go. Next one is actually one that I have in my persona stock right now. This is Power. Power is the 6th of the 9 Orders of Angels, and we got a strong enemy coming up. 6th of the 9 Orders of Angels, and is believed to be the first of the orders to be created. Warriors oversee power distribution among humans, and is also how do I auto recover? There it is. There's a button. And is also kind of a historical bookkeeper for God, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. They are warrior angels, hence their name, and Satan was also thought to have been a power before getting cast out of heaven. In-game, it's a lot like the other angels. You get a mix of Hama and physical skills. Also get Magaru for some reason, I think. I hope that's not a typo. You get Mipatra, which is really good. I would recommend fusing some physical skills into it. You don't really get any useful ones naturally, but with the good stats, you should probably do that, which I don't actually know if I did with mine. But yeah, I like Power. I've mentioned how I don't like how all of the angels are basically just like Hama, Koha, physical skills. Like, you kind of get used to it. I guess this one does get Magaru, but also at the same time, like, it doesn't get many other skills to take advantage of Magaru, so like, why? I don't know, but I've always liked Power. I think it is a cool looking persona, like many of the other angels. Next persona, this is Lamia. So Lamia is a Greek character thing, being whatever, from Greek mythology. She was a Libyan queen who had Zeus's children. Hera got mad and then killed all of her kids. Lamia kind of spiraled and started kidnapping and eating children. So that's why she looks like that. Her appearance is very similar to that of a Naga. In-game, you've got a decent magic stat. You only get Agileo. Everything else is status skills. There's like a huge focus on her inflicting poison. I would say there's really not a better option right now for like inflicting poison than Lamia, but I don't know. I guess if you've got other personas filling out all the affinities, you might as well have that, because there are a few Tartarus gatekeepers who are like super tanky, but also like mega weak to poison. So it wouldn't be a bad option for that. But yes, that is Lamia. Oh, you block ice. That's just lovely. Do I have like Aega or something on anybody? I just have Aha. Okay, well that's lovely. Next persona, and this is one that I actually really like for some reason. I don't know if this is just like the boy, like the middle school boy in me. This is Yamato no Orochi, which, like, I don't know, big snake monster school. So this is a dragon with 8 heads and 8 tails from Japanese mythology. Basically how this, okay, no, we're good. Basically how this worked is, in Japanese mythology, Kushinada went to satisfy Yamato no Orochi, basically going there as a sacrifice to like quench its rage, because that's it. It would like eat women as a sacrifice, and would eat one each year. And then what would happen is Yamato no Orochi would eventually be slain by Susanoo, who I don't think we've talked about yet, but we will definitely get to Susanoo soon, because Susanoo is in every Persona game, just to a different extent. In-game, Ice Attacker. Basically, that's all you need to know about Yamato no Orochi. It's an Ice Attacker, and it is pretty good at fulfilling that role, which is always good for a Persona, because that's what you want. You want very, like, specific things. You get Bufula, and you also get single target boost, so those pair really, really, really well with each other. I think I'll do that. You also get Maraku Kaja, which is nice. It's nice to have the multi-target buffing skills at this point. We don't have too many of those. You have 2 blocks in terms of affinities, and you're only weak to slash, so I really like Yamato no Orochi. I think it's a great pick, both in this game. I also really like it in P5. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the time that it shows up, it feels cool. But yes, that is another one knocked off the list. And I feel like we were doing pretty well here. I actually don't remember how far we have to go. If I look at my notes here, I think clear floor 92. 92. Okay, are you... I think I just whack you. No! Whack you? Okay. Floor 92, I think we started at 68, so we've got about 20 more Tartarus floors to go through. Ooh, I thought Aigis was the scout ahead. Yeah, we'll send Mitsuru. And go to the next floor. Oh, we're on 75. Okay, so we've got 16 floors as of now. We've that looks so rendezvoused. I don't know why that looks so weird. I've already gone ahead and done some recon. I found this. Yabasha. Okay, nice. And we get a Twilight Fragment chest. Okay, this looks like a large floor. I am going to take a break from the bios just to chat. We have finished a few social links. We finished the Emperor. No, just the Emperor. But we're close to finishing out the Magician. If I remember correctly, I feel like that gets finished a lot later. Like, we kind of take a break from it, which is one thing I'm not a huge fan of this guide. It doesn't pace out the social links super well, but I mean, I don't want to try making my own guide and then really messing up somewhere along the way, so I tend to rely on others to do that. I remember when I did my P5R, when I was doing my prep work for that, and when I first started my prep work, I was unemployed, so I had tons of time to mess around with it. What I really wanted to do is I didn't want to romance all of the girls, because I don't know why. I'm just going to release this overrun. I wanted to just do Sumi, because she's my favorite, and I've mentioned that in that playthrough a lot, but I tried to do it to where it still worked out, but for like certain like invited outings, like, hey, like come to the movies with me, or things like that. Because P5R and that 100% guide is so airtight and so strict, it just didn't work. I mean, I tried for months to get it to work, and it just never did. And at this point, I'm employed, and I am doing a project at this time. Like when I was working out the Royal playthrough, I wasn't doing any series yet, because that was my first series, and it just didn't work. It wasn't gonna happen, which is unfortunate. I'd love to do my own spin on something, but it's just how it works. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have everything, and I'm okay with making some compromises in these playthroughs to get as much as I can out of them. Like, I would love to be able to actually play these in real time, where I'll upload the day something happens. I unfortunately just can't do that, right? If it's the second, I don't know what I'm doing on the second. What if, like, somebody in my family has, like, I have a family emergency, Or what if my car breaks down? Or what if I'm sick? Or what if my power goes out? Like, there's just too many what ifs, and I don't want to jeopardize the entire series on the off chance that something like that happens. Which is just how it goes. That's one of the sacrifices, one of the compromises I did in fact make when I decided to do these in real time. I do think you kind of have to, I've mentioned this before, I think you have to make a compromise somewhere. Either you don't do 100% or you kind of just, you don't do 100% or you kind of decide what you want to do that day and kind of mold it around your own personal schedule or other things like that. Or you record it ahead of time like I do, and I really miss the weakness there. To light. So, it's unfortunate. It is what it is, but I do think my next series I'm going to inject a little bit more of myself into and kind of do my own take on it. I think I know what I want to do. I think on my last Tartarus trip I mentioned that I wasn't 100% sure, and I think I know what I'm going to do. And I think I'm not going to use a guide, like a 100% guide, and I think I'm not going to do a practice playthrough. So we will see how that goes. Hopefully I don't mess anything up. It is stressful to not be able to have that crutch. Oh, I messed it up. That's okay. I was going to try to circle back around and get the... can I just get an assist here? I was going to try to circle back around and get the... what's it called? The ambush, like the special sparkly thing. You know what I'm talking about. But yes, I can talk about Emperor, the Emperor social link. Odagiri is, or Hidetoshi, depending on what you say. I don't know why they don't use the first names, but it is what it is. Odagiri, and this is something that I have noticed with the P3 links. And I'm not going to bitch and moan about how you're just enabling people. These people, they have these issues, like whether it's like a personal issue, like, hey, you're not a good person, or whatever. And a lot of the time it doesn't get fixed until the very end of the social link, like rank 9 or rank 10. Which, there's nothing wrong with that, but you like don't see hints of it until the very, very end. And I think a big problem with that is, like for me, I just get disinterested in the characters, and then I don't want to complete the social link. And I noticed that a lot with P4. So is somebody getting the upper hand? The key is maintaining your composure long enough to seize the opportunity when it presents itself. With that in mind, make sure you're... Okay. Oh, yes, we have Sylphid Aura. Sylphid Aura. Basically... Oh, no. I didn't mean to press X. It is another one of Fuuka's skills. You activate it outside of combat, and then once you go into combat, you get plus defense and plus agility starting on turn 1. Lasts between floors, but it will be canceled after battle. So, it'll enhance everyone's abilities, but it's... okay. This is... some. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go back and save, because I don't want to die and lose all my progress.
I've been waiting for you.
Elizabeth, okay. What's up?
Marvelous.
In the wake of your recent expedition, I heard news which may be of interest to you. It seems at this moment, your bonds will have a uniquely beneficial effect on the creation of Persona. If you wish to take advantage of this opportunity, please visit... Okay, that's just the lovers thing, right? I assume so. Anyway. But yes, a big problem with P3 social links is that they don't get... Like, the characters don't become engaging enough until too late into the social link. And I'll also go ahead and show off Sylphid Aura. Defense and speed, so I activate it now, and it will last up until the next battle for the first 3 turns. And I've got a lot of Theurgies on deck. So let's go against these hula hooping hourglasses. I never understood these guys, but let's go. And can I just nuke you guys? Do you have multi-target? You don't. Okay, time for trial and error. Let's go! I'm cracked. I should buy a lottery ticket. Wow, you have a lot of HP. I feel like Odagiri isn't it to that extent, and I have no problem with the social links, like, not being these awesome, amazing, cheerful people. Oh, that's not good. please don't murder me. Okay. I think Odagiri is one who does it better. Like, he doesn't feel like just this horrible, awful person up until the end. He does feel a little bit more nuanced than that, but that's an issue that we will see recurring very frequently in these social links. He's somebody who I wasn't particularly a big fan of, but after, like, really getting through his social link and thinking about it a little bit more, I feel like he's a generally good social link, and I do enjoy... Bro, come on. Please attack Makoto. Okay. This is not going well at all. Are they next? No. Okay. I desperately, desperately, desperately need to heal. This went downhill very fast. I was not expecting it to get this rough. I'm gonna Oracle. I hope I don't get a heal. I'm gonna hope for a Heat Riser or something. Can I get charge right now? Did she give me that? Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, I'm gonna Theurgy with Aigis. We've never seen this before, so let's go.
Ready to engage. Ultia activated.
You ever just wanna nuke? Oh, yeah, so if you do get a one more on the Orgea mode, she does the follow-up on her own, but that was actually pretty good. I think I'll be okay. This all-out attack should kill, especially because I've got Mitsuru, who's not down on the ground anymore. But yes, Odagiri, after some thought, like, I feel like he's a good social link. He's somebody who we see the nuances behind. We see his rationale behind his decisions earlier in the link. Like how he talks about basically his dad got taken advantage of for being nice and helping out people, which is why he's kind of an asshole to everybody. But he does stick up for you, which is a really great scene. Enemy defeated, requesting our next directive. Let's keep exploring.
Yes.
Affirmative. Though Tartarus may be a colossal tower, with constant incremental progress, we will gradually reach our objective. A journey of 1,000 miles begins by first treading without fear, as they say. I guess, you sure know some unusual phrases. Where did you learn about them? I have a daily academic regimen. Just the other day, Junpei-san taught me how to write haikus. Oh my Tartarus, dark decrepit Tartarus, why are you so tall? The Shakespeare of our generation, I guess.
They have to be a better support for the
Okay, what do we have in these chests? Power incense, and drumroll, please. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Floaty sandals. I'll give those to you, Kari. But I think I am gonna go ahead. I'm gonna swap out Mitsuru for Junpei just so that Junpei can get that level up that he had. That's the wrong button. Persona. That's also the wrong button. Get rid of Mitsuru. Bring Junpei in here, and then go ahead and save again, and resume from floor 77. But I think that is enough ad-libbing for now. I will go ahead and get back into Persona bios. The next one that I have on my list is Legion. So Legion is kind of like this hive mind-ish demon from Christianity. There is even a part in the New Testament where Jesus encounters one. And when he asked for their name, Legion responded with, Legion, for we are many, kind of referring to themselves as like a multiple person, plural. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Sure. Legion is also the name, like the Roman word for a group of 3,000 to 6,000 soldiers. So that's kind of where the root of it comes from. That's not gonna work. In game, you've got really high endurance and really high luck, which would be great for dealing out crits if your speed, your agility wasn't so low. I like having a high speed stat when I'm using a physical attacker because I can go first in my party and deal out the crits so that I don't have to like go through everybody else's turn and then get to me and get hope for me to have the crits. I like to have my other members, party members, as like backups in case I miss the crits. You only get one physical skill on Legion for some reason, and that is Assault Dive, which is medium physical damage to medium strike damage to one foe. Everything else is status, which is kind of unfortunate. I feel like with the endurance stat, this would be a good physical attacker, but if you want to throw some physical skills on it, be my guest. And as we go over to this next area, the next persona that we're going to talk about is a DLC persona. This is Goemon, a certain Inari's persona. His full name is Ishikawa Goemon. And how do I want to do this? Let's do this. His original name was Gorokichi, and he was a Japanese outlaw. So actually there's only 2 historical sources that actually mention his name. He failed at assassinating Shogun Hideyoshi Toyotomi and was executed by being boiled alive. So if you think your day's going bad, just imagine hopping into a pot and being boiled alive. He eventually became known as kind of like this Robin Hood type hero, and his legend particularly spread really far in like the 19th and 20th century. In-game, you get an exclusive skill. This is Ice Driver. Just like the other DLC personas, this is a 75% boost to their preferred magic type. For Goemon, that's obviously ice. So 75% boost to ice skills, and you of course get Bufula and Mabufula, which you get the boost and you get those skills, and that's all you need, especially for right now. That's a very, very, very strong combination. Goemon is also a good physical attacker, much like in P5. You get a nice mix there. You get shift boost on him, which is a 10% boost to attack when you are on the receiving end for a shift, which I feel like is a little odd for having on your wild card, because I feel that you're typically not going to be on the receiving end of a shift. You're going to be starting a shift, but what do I know? I never played this game. Goemon's a great option, as all DLC personas are. Oh boy, next persona. This is Orthrus. Orthrus is a 2-headed dog born from Titan and Echidna from Greek mythology. Orthrus is related to Cerberus, as well as Sphinx and Chimera, so a lot of very familiar names there. He's the guardian, it is the guardian of Geryon's cattle, I hope I'm saying that right, and was killed as a part of Heracles' 12 labors. Heracles, obviously, the Greek name for Hercules, I believe? Either the Greek or Roman. One is one is the other. I think, like, contrary to what the movie makes you think, is Hercules take... No, Hercules, the movie, is Greek because his dad is Zeus, but for whatever reason, I feel like Heracles is the Greek name and Hercules is the Roman name. Anyway, in-game, it's a good physical attacker. You've got Fatal End, which is good. You've got Counter, which is nice. You've got Mataru Kaja, which is really great for right now. I would recommend fusing a multi-target physical skill into it, just to patch up that hole in its moveset. But other than that, I like Orthrus here. Orthrus is a good option. And I feel like I need to kind of go ham on this thing, or else I'm going to die, because it didn't take very much damage from that Zionga. But we'll find out. Fortunately, I do have Theurgy's charged. Unfortunately, I do not have Akihiko here to help me. I'll go for the Arrow Rain, maybe? Maybe get a crit? No. Okay. I just need to survive this upcoming turn. That's really what I'm worried about. I don't want it... that sucks. Mabufula. No weaknesses. Okay. So I think I'm okay. I feel like talking about these things, like verbalizing these combat things, always helps me, what's it called? Like process it better? I don't know. But I try to focus when I'm in these bigger fights, and then when I'm in the smaller ones that don't make a difference, I can kind of go through bios and, I don't know, shoot the shit with you guys during these longer episodes. I'm sure you got a lot of you, the ones who are probably in the video right now, are probably playing it in the background while you like make dinner or something. So don't forget to salt your water. Season your chicken before putting it in the pan. What else? Don't forget to pat your steak dry before you throw it in the pan, because that way you can get a good sear on it. What other tips do I have? When you're dissolving, I guess not dissolving, when you are letting your yeast bloom, make sure you use warm and not hot water. If you use hot water, it's going to kill the yeast. Also put a little bit of sugar in there so the yeast has something to eat. That helps it activate a little bit better. We should have, I should just start a new channel. Oro Cooks. Oro Bakes. I'm going to teach you all how to cook. Get you a date. Which is ironic considering that I'm alone. But you know what? I talk into the void while you guys are cooking or doing laundry or other menial tasks around the house, apartment, home, car, under the overpass, in a teepee, maybe in a tent. I will take you back to the entrance. What other places can you... A van down by the river, which is apparently things that people want to live in now. I never understood that. Why do people like... I'm gonna just like live in a van and just like live as a nomad. I'm like, that sounds awful. I don't want to do that. I very much like my own space, especially if I had like some kind of significant other or even just my pets in that space. I would go insane. I need my space. But if you like that and that's what you enjoy, more power to you. It's different from any response I've gotten until now. It's shrouded. It doesn't seem like a shadow. It's larger and almost seems like a wall. Okay, then going by the signal I'm getting, it should be far from you. What is this? I don't... Maybe I know what this is? We'll find out. I don't want to jump the gun because I don't want to spoil something that doesn't come up. But we will find out. I think I know what it is. But again, I have been wrong in the past and have like accidentally spoiled things. Like I said the monk's name was Mutatsu and he never mentioned that. And I was just like, ooh, oopsies. But it's fine. Surely I'll get it down with this, right? I think I can go through one quick persona bio before we get to this thing, whatever it is. Next on my list, this is Johanna. Johanna, a certain biker's persona from P5. Johanna is based on Pope Joan. Pope Joan, who... How do I explain this? So, Pope Joan was first thought to be, like, a real person, and then is now kind of maybe thought to be fake to, like, attack the church, like propaganda, I guess. So, she rose to the ranks quickly due to her skill, and then died after giving birth, either murder or natural death. So, she basically hid her gender from the church because the church didn't like women. A lot of people didn't like women way back then, and a lot of people don't like women even now. But that is besides the point. In-game, you get another driver skill. This is Strike Driver, so strike skills. She gets Herculean Strike, which is heavy strike damage to all foes, which those two things combined right now, ooh, that is strong. I'll finish this up real quick. You also get Muraku Kaja and Megiddo, which is an almighty skill, which is good. Fantastic all-arounder in P3, just like in P5. But Fuka's, there it is. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. Is this a door? Could you please get a little bit closer to it for me? It is a door. It's got red stuff all over it. Mysterious readings seem to be coming from this door. Could this be the doors Elizabeth was talking about? I sense shadows beyond the door as well. If you plan on entering, please proceed with caution. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and open the door. I guess we're opening the door. I don't have anything to recover. And if we place our hand, it goes whew, 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 and opens. If only I could open my front door like that. This place is... It feels different in here compared to outside. The atmosphere is unstable, and the walls look like they're rippling. My powers aren't working very well here. I can at least tell that it's not a very large area, but please be careful. Okay, fortunately we,
How are you?
I'm gonna throw out a Sylphid Aura just in case. It's been a while since I've done one of these battles, and they can be tricky. Very powerful one. It looks like we have no choice but to fight it if we want to keep going. Let's go. And come and get me. And it is a person on the couch. But like every bum knows, they're weak to comedy, right? Knocked him dead. Oh, I hate it here. It's fine, it's fine. Poison mist. I think I'll be okay here.
Hikari-chan's been poisoned. Do you have an answer?
Do I have Mipatra? I don't have Mipatra! Do I have any all? Now would be a good time to use that. Right, yes. I think I'm okay here. This doesn't seem too bad. I just gotta find a knockdown somewhere. I think I can probably fish for crits, maybe? We are really close to a full moon, so this Getsue is gonna do a lot of damage. Yes, I will say Getsue is very good. Ooh, I think I'm okay. Yes. I will say Getsue is very good in this playthrough because we are gonna be going to Tartarus close to the full moon really, really, really soon a lot of the time. So yeah. It's just because of the Tartarus rescue, the missing people. That makes sense. But we are almost done with this one, and I think we're gonna be good. Nice! And we get, ooh, I'll take the EXP, Fool Arcana. And that's all she wrote. So, okay, come on, get out of the screen. Something welled up within me even more than usual during battle. And we get treasure. No more enemies, and there's a treasure chest up ahead. I wonder if that shadow is guarding this. I don't think we've run into one like this before. Please inspect it. Okay, don't need to tell me twice. A nihil cloth. Looks like what the chairman gave you before, doesn't it, Yuki-kun? Apparently it's really rare. I'm surprised to see it in a place like this. Maybe the owner of the antique shop could craft it into a piece of equipment for me. And then the other treasure chest? Malachite. Looks like you've seen everything here. Good job. I think it's a good time to leave now. Please exit back out the door. So we run all the way back. I'm surprised there hasn't been a tutorial for it yet. I thought I'd get a pop-up, which is why I don't want to like continue on with anything else. So we use the touch sensor, fingerprint reader, even though we've got gloves on. And it does its crazy, weird, magical thing. What was that? It's as if the energy from the door surged through the entire floor. Oh, I can see the floor layout. That makes it easier for me to guide you now. Okay. Yes, these are Monad doors. This is not Monado doors. This is not Xenoblade. These appear in Tartarus now. Defeating the boss will trigger a special shuffle time where you're more likely to get the major arcana cards. That's why we saw 2, I think. It will also show you the layout of your current floor and the floor directly above you once you finish the fight. It's an unstable contraption. When one appears on a floor, the door will lose power and become inaccessible if you move to another floor, even if you turn using a teleporter on the same day. So, if you want to use these, you got to do them when they appear, as soon as they appear. You don't really have another option. Can you please return here? I'd like to go through what we know about that door. Luckily, there seems to be a teleporter nearby. Sure thing. So I'm going to clear out this floor real quick, just to make sure I grab this treasure chest. I think I'm gonna ignore you. Please don't whack me. And there's another one up top. I want to go ahead and grab these before we head back. It's just going to make it easier for me so that once we come back to this floor, I can just skip straight to the stairs, and that makes things flow a little bit better. So, oh, I can't teleport to the teleporter. I have to walk over to the teleporter, and then I can teleport back down to the first floor using the teleporter, and then once I've used the teleporter, I can teleport to the teleporter. Got it? I got it. So Fuuka wants to talk about this. Is this voice acted? Probably not. Makoto, may I borrow you for a moment? Sure, lady. It would appear that you faced the threat beyond that door. A door connecting to the tunnel which was created within Tartarus. Perhaps an appropriate name for it would be a Monad door. The shadows that congregate past such doors will prove to be a valuable means of accelerating your growth. I must know how you fared. Did your enemies provide you with a challenge? I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, we are on hard. Excellent. I'm pleased to hear that. I believe challenging more daunting foes will act as a sort of shortcut in your development. On another note, I've detected the same sort of structure on the 91st floor. It emanates an energy not dissimilar to the door you entered. The dimensions of this structure resemble a tunnel. One might call it a Monad passage. Entering this passage may provide you with another opportunity to test your mettle. For the time being, I will log that investigation as a personal request. Okay, I've received a new request from her. I look forward to observing your continual progress. Monad door and a passage. Tartarus is never going to stop being a mystery to me. About that door, it appears to lead to a side path in Tartarus. In short, if you are heading for the top, taking that path would be considered a detour of sorts. However, it seems like you'll be able to obtain something down that path that should prove helpful to exploring. Depending on how prepared you are, it may be a good idea to try out these doors. Okay, you also have a request. So let's take a look. Feet of Rare Shadow. Okay. Onyx. And treasure hunting milestone.
Wonderful.
Nice. So let's go ahead and get that one. And I am going to save my game, and I think I am going to take a little bit of a break because I've been going for about an hour now. I will be right back. Okay, I have returned. I have done just a little bit of fusion. I've used this Satanta, this Kushimitama, and this Lamia. You can check those out, pause the video if you want to take a look at my setup. They're nothing super crazy special, but it's just nice to have. So I will jump back into good old Tartarus exploration. It is the next day. I have gotten plenty of sleep, eaten lots of good food. I did do the Monad door, so I'm good there. This should be a new floor. There's a gatekeeper on the next floor. What kind of shadow could it be this time? I don't know, but now is a good time to do our next persona bio, and that is Queen Maeve. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, Maeve, even though it's spelled not how it sounds. Welcome to Celtic stuff. It all is spelled not like American English. So, Queen Maeve, like I said, is a fairy queen from Celtic folklore. She is considered to be the evil counterpart to Titania, and is referenced heavily in A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. So, So, for whatever reason, her name has, like, the spelling of it has changed throughout the Persona series. I don't know why. It's weird. I don't know why they're inconsistent about it. Maybe they hired extra localizers, and that's why it changed. They wanted to make it more consistent with how it's supposed to be spelled or something. I don't know. I just play the games. But speaking of the games, in-game Queen Maeve, super strong magic attacker right now. Like, seriously, very, 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 very good right now. She only gets Mazio and Miragi, but, wow, I just whiffed all of those. But she does get multi-target boost to help make up for that. She also gets Mipatra and Matarunda, which is really good for boss fights. I would maybe recommend throwing on like the medium damage multi-target skills. So not just Mazio and Miragi, but maybe like Mazayanga or Miragion. Those would be good picks. That would be my recommendation. Just to help balance it out. And if you can do that, get the multi-target medium damage on them, those magic skills, she would go insane right now. Would be super, super strong. So would definitely recommend picking up a Queen Maeve and fusing some good stuff into it if you can. That is my recommendation. But the next one, and you saw this in my Persona stock earlier, just a few minutes ago, this is Kushi Mitama. So Kushi Mitama is one of the many Mitamas, the 4 of them in the series. So Kushi Mitama is the Japanese aspect of the human soul, but is also known as Wondrous Soul. So you kind of got a mix of like the human aspect and then, I don't know, like the otherworldly aspect to it. If that makes sense. According to Shinto belief, Kushi Mitama is capable of curing illnesses. So that's nice. Surprisingly, this is not really a support persona. It does get some support skills, but the big thing is it gets Magarula and it gets Garula, which are really good damaging skills right now, and it's nice that you get both of them so that you can get them both on a single persona. You don't have to worry about filling your wind persona with multiple. You don't have to worry about having multiple wind personas. Those are the words I was looking for. You can just have it on your Kushi Mitama. And you also get regenerate too, so it's going to be nice to keep out in combat. Obviously, it's not heroes knickers. That is surely an item. Watch out, make sure you pronounce that correctly. Hopefully I don't get demonetized for that. But anyway, we are on one of the gatekeepers. We're on one of the gatekeepers, and 10 floors up from here, there is a border floor that's coming up much sooner than it seems, but let's keep at it. Since someone on a higher floor. Okay, so we do have another person coming up soon. I am going to go ahead and save, because I don't want to do something stupid. I will do this slot just because I picked it up today, and if I screw over today's recordings, then I can just come back to where I was. I am a little low on SP on Makoto, but I think I'll be okay. I've got a lot of physical attackers in the party right now. But I think I'll be alright because Akihiko and Junpei at least have some semblance of magic skills. And I'm not going to go for the Sylphid Aura, surprisingly. I'm going to just charge on in. Sorry, but we're breaking through. Yes, we are indeed. Oh, you go first. That's really awkward. Bruh. That went so awful, so quickly. Please help, Fuka. I really fooked up. Wow. The crit, plus the freeze, plus the shock. Please help. Okay, that's a start. I guess I go for the Mazio. Maybe I can hit a weakness. Okay. This is really, really, really awkward. If I had... Do I have a Mipatra gem? Do I? I don't. Do I want to burn Theurgies to try to get through this? I think I'm going to try to brute force this, see if I can get a lucky crit. Obviously, if I get the crit, the follow-up comes from I guess I don't get to choose what I follow up there, but I do get a crit. I guess. What are you doing, girl? Okay, this is just going horribly. I'm probably gonna have to reset this fight. Well, if I can get rid of... okay, I was gonna say if I can get rid of the shock, it won't be too bad. I'm gonna leave Makoto shocked. I don't know if this is a good idea. This is probably a terrible idea, but I think I might be alright. Why did that do so much? I'm gonna diorama on Akihiko. Why are this is the thing that I don't like about this is the thing I don't like about P3 is that the gatekeepers are so weirdly up and down with their difficulty spikes, and also sometimes you just get unlucky with your party comp, and then other times they're just like piss easy. And then the full moon bosses, at least in my experience, are just a massive pushover most of the time. Electric. gonna guess one of you, at least one of you is weak to light, maybe? Shit. I guessed wrong. Fire? We're gonna try Miragi, which is probably not a good play on... Oh, I also need to heal on Junpei desperately. I think I Hack and Blast? But regardless of the weird difficulty spikes, the Tartarus runs are hopefully not gonna get too much worse from here. Obviously with Gatekeepers, it's really up and down. It is really up and down just with what you get. I'm just gonna Zeo that one. It is just up and down with what you get. And even with like the weird... I got that at a bad time. Even with the like weird strong enemies in the middle of Tartarus, it sometimes feels like those are more difficult than... Oh, those are both knocked down. I'm gonna scan this just to try. You're not weak to anything. Who's next? Enemy's next. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm going to pray this kills. I don't think it will. No. Okay, well, somebody's going down. I don't know who. It's Akihiko. And they get a one more. Oh, does Aigis get burnt out this turn? No, she doesn't. But it's fine. It's fine. We've only got one more enemy. And I think, knock on wood, I am just gonna Jack Brothers here. I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself with anything else. Even if I don't get this knockdown, it should do enough to where I can make it through the fight. Cool. Okay. Yeah, this, like I said, some of the fights are really up and down in this game. But it's fine. We've only got 10 more floors according to Fuka. Maybe there's two floor bosses in those 10 floors, but we get the Vibrant Feather. We can now fuse Mothman, the winged monstrosity of myth. And we get some level ups. We're working our way through. I've only got 24 FP. But now that I'm level 30, I can now hold up to 12 personas in my stock, which is really helpful. And Hermes gets Agileo finally. And Cruel Attack on Aigis. This does more damage when you knock down an enemy, or when they're already knocked down and you attack them while they're down. Enemy Shadow annihilated. You possess superlative decision-making skills, Makoto-san. You did great too, Aigis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That battle was easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say. Now, let us resume our exploration. Yes, we shall, Aigis. So there should be some chests over at 3 chests. So we get this Twilight Fragment chest. I've got 46 of these bad boys. Empowering Sutra. Okay, that's fine. Normal chest. Kamimusubi water. And the 3 fragment chest. That's what they're called, I think. Slugger's jacket. I feel like we have to give that to Junpei, right? We've got to give that to him. I'm going to grab the stairs and then go down and save because I don't want something stupid to happen. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and use the clock for once. I don't remember if I've used one of these before. 7. That's a lot. Why not? I've got plenty of Twilight Fragments. I'm not really strapped for, I don't want to say strapped for cash, strapped for fragments, but everybody's HP and SP were fully restored. Do I want to switch up the lineup a little bit? I want to keep Aigis in here just because, well, she hasn't been around for too long. This is her first trip, and it looks like we do have a request we can fill out, so let's go ahead and do that now since we're here. Oh.
By all means.
Traverse the Manad Passage, okay. Well, whatever. I guess she didn't have a request for it. She had a new one, but I thought we had one done. We clearly don't. So, anyway, next persona bio, this is Sati. So Sati is a human from Hindu mythology. She spent her whole life worshipping Shiva and was also very beautiful, as women are in mythology, and was pursued by like a lot of kings for her hand in marriage, and she was eventually supposed to wed Shiva, and for whatever reason, her father disapproved of marrying a deity. I don't know why, but granted, I don't have a daughter, so maybe I would understand later. So, because she was so upset about her father disapproving of this, she self-immolated, which is why she's on fire in this game. And Sati was eventually reborn as Parvati, and if I'm not mistaken, they ended up getting Shiva and Parvati ended up getting married. In game, ironically, Sati gets Agi, Leo, and Miragi, and eventually Miragion, which is, I feel like, ironic, giving her fire skills, given her story, but that's not my problem. Also gets Anti-Fire Master, which gives you fire resistance for 3 turns at the start of combat. It doesn't help her specifically because she blocks fire, but you can pass it on through fusion. You also get Medea, which is fine. It's nothing great. So that is Sati. Next up is Jikokuten. Jikokuten is a guardian of Buddha's realm. He is associated with the color white and would play music to convert people to Buddhism because there's no universal language quite like music. His name also directly means he who upholds the realm / nation, country kind of thing. Stat-wise, strong physical attacker. You've also got Zan-A for full moon fights, which is really helpful, especially because we've got one coming up pretty soon here. You get Auto Sukukaja, you get crit rate boost, and slash boost. This is absolutely fantastic for right now. You've got a lot of skills that synergize really well with each other. So you don't even really need to like fuse a bunch of skills into it. You can just level it up. This Jikokuten is going to be very, very strong. So would recommend that. How many more do I have here? I got 2, 3? Yes, 3. Next up is Setanta. So this is Kuhulan. Cahulan? I think that's how you say it. Cahulan? Like I said, I'm not great with these Celtic names. Cahulan's original name. So Setanta killed Hulan's guard dog and decided to take its place. So that's kind of what the name directly translates to. Setanta is a good physical attacker. You get Auto Tarukaja, which is nice. You get charge, so like, what else do you really need? Well, the answer to that is you kind of need good physical skills. Setanta doesn't get a bunch of great physical skills on his own, so you are going to need to fuse 1, maybe 2 into him, and then you've also, like, charge plus Auto Tarukaja is very, very good, both for boss fights and for random shadow fights throughout the course of the game. And I do have my Arcana Burst right now, which is fantastic. What do I want to grab from this? These are the 6s. I'll grab the money because I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I guess it's a level up. And was there not a chest over here? Or was it just, I think it was just the golden hand. But let us keep going. That's the stairs, but I remember seeing a Monad door, and you can also see it in the top right-hand corner. Whenever there's a Monad door, it'll show up there so that you don't forget about it. Next Persona bio is a Genbu. Genbu goes by a bunch of different names, but in the Persona series, it's known as Genbu. So, Genbu, if I can try to figure out how to do bios and also play at the same time. Genbu goes by a bunch of different names. It's one of the 4 symbols in Chinese astronomy, which I'm pretty sure we go through all 4 in this game. I think they're all in this. It represents the north, winter, as well as the element of water. And the serpent and tortoise, they kind of represent longevity. In-game, it's a really tanky build. You have a ton of endurance. You have Auto Rakukaja. You also get Null Confuse and Null Rage, which is nice to have, I guess, on a tank build if you're going for that. You also get Anti-Ice Master, which is similar to what I said about Sati with the Anti-Fire Master. You get ice resistance for the first 3 turns of combat. I'm not really a big fan of tank personas. I feel that, generally speaking, there are better things to spend your time and resources on than a tank build. Because I feel like for the most part, with tanks, they're only really useful during boss fights, and you've got other things to worry about during boss fights, especially on your wild card. So that's, oh, this is an insta-kill boss. I'm not gonna, I hope this doesn't bite me in the butt. I feel like I need to just start critting you. But hopefully I can multitask. The last Persona bio for today is none other than Baphomet. Baphomet is known as the King of Demons, and as well as being the Sabbatic Goat. You're going to see this a lot in Satanism, Church of Satan, whatever it's called. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Reek to Win. Cool. His name is thought to be a corruption of the name Muhammad, and you've got the head of the goat. You have a head of a goat, a pentagram between his horns, and also the body of a woman. So a lot of interesting stuff going on with its design, both in-game and kind of real-world, I guess. However, in-game, you've got a mix of fire and dark skills. So you get Ega, Miragi, and Maega. You also get fire and dark boost. Two weaknesses is rough, especially considering one of them is light, which is insta-kill, which means unless you have a homunculus on your wild card, it's just going to be an instant game over if you get hit by one. But you've got a really good magic set. You've got really, really good skills here. So if you want to take the risk with being weak to two things, one of them being light, you're chanting a death spell. That's concerning. Be my guess with Baphomet. But that is it for the Persona bios for today. And I did mention that I am recording this kind of far ahead of time. It's the 15th for me. So if you asked a question in the Discord, like way earlier, and it's not on this list, that's why. I'll get to it in the next Tartarus trip. I promise I will answer all the questions that I can. But for now, these are the ones that I have. So the first one is, if you watch any, what is my favorite anime? So I have seen a few. I wouldn't say I'm an avid anime watcher, but I do have a handful that I really like. I think I've mentioned in the past that I really like the Gundam series. My favorite of which is Iron-Blooded Orphans. I would say, oh, what are other good ones? I really liked the first season of Thunderbolt. That one was good. Witch from Mercury is good, although it's a very different take on the series. And we've got a person here. However, my favorite anime, then again, it does seem to be different from your typical building. Probably no use worrying, hopefully. I mean, given how heavy, whether or not, I don't think Tartarus is going to topple over anytime soon. Anyway, my favorite anime of all time is Violet Evergarden, which is one that I saw pop up on Netflix all the time, just over and over and over and over. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, might as well. And it is superb. It is so good. It is a slow burn. I think it's like 12 episodes and 2 movies. But like the 12 episode series is its own thing. You don't need to watch the movies afterwards. It's about a girl named Violet Evergarden, and essentially she was a child soldier, and because she was a child soldier and like consistently taken advantage of by like higher ranking soldiers around her, she doesn't understand or comprehend emotions like even slightly. So the series is about her after the war, so the war is over. She takes a job basically as like a glorified letter writer, because a lot of people, it takes place in like a post like World War I, post World War II kind of fictional European setting. And a lot of people don't know how to write, so they have people who write letters and send them to people. So her whole thing is she's trying to figure out how to like process emotions and understand feelings, because she doesn't know how to do that, because she was never taught how to do that, and all she ever knew was killing people. But I would 100% recommend everybody watch it. I have cried so hard watching that show. Like, Episode 10 is the most heartbreaking thing I think I've ever seen in any show. It's awful. in like the oh, you missed. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. You're charged. Are you next? No. Okay, I have to one shot. Yes, episode 10 is the most heartbreaking episode of anything I've ever watched in my life. But it's a really slow burn. Like, the first 3 episodes are so slow, but there's such an amazing payoff. I love the series. I love both of the movies. It's an absolutely incredible watch. Would recommend it. What else have I seen? I've seen Full Metal Alchemist. I remember watching a show that only got 1 season, and I liked it. I thought it was interesting. It's kind of your typical death game show, and it's called Darwin's Game. So the idea is that basically everybody is assigned like a random power when they sign up for the game. And granted, it's been a while since I've watched it. I'm pretty sure like if you kill somebody, you get their power. So that's where the whole Darwin thing comes from, survival of the fittest. But yeah, I really like Darwin's Game. It was kind of a just, I don't want to say mindless fun, but not a super, not a super, like, how do I say this? Like, thought-provoking show, if that makes sense. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was a fun watch. What else have I seen? I've seen Ava. Ava is also depressing. I have not seen the rebuild of Ava. I've only seen Ava and the end of Ava. What else have I seen? I watched the first few episodes of the P5 anime. I know everybody dogs on it, and I don't think it's nearly as bad as people say it is. Like, yeah, the animation quality here and there is kind of dog water, but it's... I feel like if you know the game, it works better, but if you've never played the game, then it's just, we've rescued everybody who's in Tartarus. Awesome. But if you haven't played the game, it's not a good watch, because we kind of know everything. The pacing in the show is not good at all, but since I've spent God knows how many hours in P5, it doesn't matter to me, because I already know all of the world building and the lore and all that stuff, so it doesn't really make a difference for me. But for somebody who has not played P5, it's probably not good for them. And I need to get this handy boy before he disappears. So yeah, I would say that's my... I'm sure there's some that I'm forgetting, but I can't think of off the top of my head. Next question is, what do you think some of the most underrated and overrated games of all time, / any other hot takes with games? Oh boy! Hot takes. All right, so my number 1 hot take, and I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think Hollow Knight is really overrated. I don't think it's bad. I think it does a lot of things really, really well. The problem that I have with it, and I've mentioned this so many times across multiple channels, the problem I have with Hollow Knight is that I think it has significant, like, gameplay pacing issues. So one of the reasons why I love Metroidvanias is the progression aspect. Like, if you play Metroid Dread or Metroid Prime, it feels like you're constantly getting upgrades, like every 10 minutes, every 10, 15, 20 minutes. Like, you're always getting something new. And that's what makes it so much fun to play through. I feel like with Hollow Knight, I'm getting upgrades like every 2 hours, and they're not meaningful enough to justify the amount of time in between the upgrades. Like, obviously, you've got the main upgrades, and then you've got... I forgot what they're called. They're like the little, like, badge medallion things that you can equip a bunch at a time. I forgot. It's been so long since I played the game. The problem with, like, the little medallion things is they barely change the gameplay, and I don't want to send Junpei because I want to go into this Monad thingy, or do I? I'll probably go in there. The little medallion things, they don't change the gameplay very much, and then I felt that the big upgrades barely changed the gameplay. So that's my issue with Hollow Knight. That's my biggest hot take. And I know that Hollow Knight is like the baby of the gaming community. And the weird thing is like, I do like Metroidvanias. Like, I love the Metroid series. What other ones have I played? I love the 2 Ori games. It's just, I never vibed very much with Hollow Knight. I don't know why. That's my biggest hot take. On the other hand, I've been playing so much Xenoblade X over the past few weeks, and that is the most amazing open world I have ever experienced in a game. Seriously, if you have a Switch, or if you have a Switch 2, you need to pick up Xenoblade X. If you are a fan of open world games, you need to play it. It is very unlike the numbered trilogy, Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3, which I love. I absolutely adore. Xenoblade 1 was my favorite game before I played Persona 5. It's not as story focused as the numbered trilogy. It is probably 90%, 95% side quest, as opposed to the numbered trilogy, which is very narrative driven. So, if you haven't played Xenoblade X, which would strongly recommend it, progression is super slow. Like, I think I'm like 40 hours into it, and I'm like level 30. But the thing about it, it's not about... For me, open world games, it's not about, I need quest markers, I need to do this, I need to do that, blah, blah, blah. That's really awkward. Oh no, I have a terrible feeling about this. Oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, this is bad. Do I have a multi-target? Yes. Oh, sorry. I feel like now is the time to use this. I did have a Mipatra gem. Did I grab that recently? So yes, you should absolutely play Xenoblade X. It is absolutely phenomenal. If you're somebody who like absolutely needs to have a really engaging narrative, it's not for you. But like, I just want to walk around the world and just explore and see all the little things and do all, and like the side quests, there's so many like interlocking side quests where you do one and then the story of that is progressed in another, or like you unlock a character and then you get a bunch of side quests that open up with them. That's why that game, to me, is so engaging and compelling. So those are two. I'll leave that as the two like takes on gaming, I guess, if that makes sense. Next one is, I'm guessing this is another Miles question. If you could curse anyone's kneecaps, who would you curse? Right now, probably Putin. I feel like that would be the pretty much most people in the world would say Putin right now. That I feel like that's a kind of gimme. So Vladimir Putin, if I could curse his kneecaps, I would. Number 4, I actually answered this in the Discord, but since it was asked and it gives me something to talk about, I might as well do it now as well. Please have mercy. Oh, I guess it's in Orchia mode. That could be bad. Okay, we're good. That's not what I want. Next one is, what was it? How was it worded? Do you plan on playing episode Aigis after you finish P3R in real time? An idea I had was, since it takes place on a single day, you could premiere / live stream it on your channel. Okay, I have talked about this. Yes, I will be doing episode Aigis. I hadn't thought, okay, I can't live stream it because that would just be absurd. I couldn't do all of that. But I could premiere it. I think that would be cool. I hadn't thought of doing that until you mentioned it. I am doing episode Aigis. It would be fun. I don't think I have the internet to live stream it, unfortunately. I have the cheap Xfinity Wi-Fi, and my computer is across the apartment, like basically as far away as they can be from my router, so I can't exactly run an Ethernet cord all the way across my apartment, because then my cats would probably eat it, and I would no longer have an Ethernet cord. I'm gonna return to the entrance and save. I'm surprised I'm already so low on SP with Makoto. I keep pressing the wrong button. But that's fine. I've got so many Mad Bulls. Ah! I'm not gonna sleep for a week. Anyway, after I save... Yes, so I will be doing episode Aegis. It will be in real time. I am already planning and doing stuff for it, getting ready for it. So I guess look forward to that when it rolls around at the end of March. Next one. Okay, here's a different question. What is your favorite song from Reload? My favorite song from Reload, and not my favorite in the series, but one of my favorites in the series, is Color Your Night. It's just such a... It's a weirdly calming song in this game. I am generally not a super big fan of the music in P3. It's not bad. I want to get that straight. I don't think P3's music is bad. It's just not my personal taste. I'm not a big fan of like hip-hop stuff. If you like that, yeah, it's totally fine. I don't have an issue with that. Why can't I hit you with anything? We'll try that. Anyway, I love Color Your Night. I always have. I think it's a great piece of music. I am worried about this guy, because you're level 29. What skills do you have? You're probably weak to fire, right? That would make sense. Yep. So I do love Color Your Night. In general, I do like the music in Reload better than the music in base P3. Obviously, they've had 20 years to make it better. I do love Memories of You. I prefer the original over the Reload version, however. That's one where I do like the original better. What else? Because I Will Protect You is really good. Yeah, off the top of my head, those are ones. But really, Color Your Night is my favorite from Reload. And then 6, this is a follow-up question. What is your favorite song from every Persona game you've played, including spin-offs? So I have not actually played any of the spin-offs. I was like, maybe I'll try P5X, and then I was like, I really don't like gacha games, and ended up not playing P5X because I don't like gacha games very much. So, Color Your Night from P3. P4. Oh. That is a good question. P4, off the top of my head, I really like Nevermore. I like the ending themes a lot of all the, all the games. What do you... Can I get an assist? Yes. So I like Nevermore. I like Snowflakes a lot. I don't know the name of it, but I really like the song that plays in the optional Golden Dungeon. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. I don't know if it has an English name, but that's a good one. Yeah, I would say from P4, those are the ones. I've only played Golden once, so when I play Revival, I'll probably have more songs in my head that I can talk about, but I've only played Golden once, and that was a couple years ago, in all honesty. It's been a while. And then from P5, God, I love Persona 5's music so much. It's very up my alley in terms of like stylistically. So like Last Surprise, Beneath the Mask, Tokyo Daylight, Arc is really good. When Mother Was There is awesome. Gentle Madman, Ideal and the Real, With the Stars and Us, Our Light, Our Beginning. Like, I could just go on and on and on and on and on about the awesome... Yaldabaoth is really good. Like, there's so many good pieces of music in P5, and I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about the music. And, yeah, one of the reasons why I like P5 so much is just I vibe so hard with the music in that game. But, with all of that out of the way, that's actually all the questions, all the Persona bios that I have, so I can close my laptop. I don't have to have that kind of awkwardly placed. I need to pass my code. I don't have to have that awkwardly placed there, so actually in between the first chunk of today and this chunk of today, I watched the first couple episodes of Squid Game Season 3 because I didn't realize Season 3 came out. I'm 2 episodes in. Second episode was really, really, really good. So I am looking forward to the rest of it. I know some people liked season 1 a lot more than season 2, but season 2 was kind of like, it kind of has like middle movie syndrome of a trilogy because it was very clearly made with 2 seasons in mind, which I don't know if that was like advertised. I feel like I remember people not being super happy about that. Like maybe they thought they were misled or something. I didn't have a problem with, oh, that's why my HP is going down so much with Makoto. I'm healing. I don't have a healer in my party. That's why. But yes, Squid Game has been very good. I guess I probably could have talked about when we were going over like the anime stuff, but better late than never. It's fine. Oh boy, but I have been enjoying working ahead for once. I feel like I have not done enough of that over the course of making these series, because there have been times where I make the episode like 2 days before, which is always a little stressful for me because I'm just like, I hope nothing bad happens in between now and me uploading this and it getting published, just because even in school I was somebody who always liked to stay ahead of everything. Like, I always got my work done as soon as I could. Even like most of the time I would do, like if the teacher had the homework posted on the chalkboard, I would do it during class, like while they're explaining how to do it. And that also kind of partially helped me understand it because I was doing the work as they were teaching it, and I felt like whenever I like did the problem, especially like let's say math, whenever I did the problems while they were teaching it, I felt like I understood it really well. So I always like to do things as soon as I possibly could, and then be able to just like dick around on the weekends and not worry about things, which was nice because then I could have the entire weekend to mess around and not worry about having to do homework at like midnight on Sunday. Because I like my sleep. Even now, I still love my sleep. I've always been, that's something that I think my parents kind of instilled in me and my sister, is like, you got to get your 8 hours of rest, at least 8 hours of rest every night, because rest is your #1 recovery tool, both like physically and mentally. If you're not getting enough rest, yeah, that is bad. That is not good. You need to be sleeping. So, I don't know, if you're struggling, feeling burnt out, or maybe you work out a lot, like let's say you go lift a lot, make sure you're resting. I don't want to tackle you just yet. Do I even want to tackle you? I probably should, because I've got that shadow hunting milestone I gotta deal with. But yes, you absolutely, absolutely, absolutely need to be resting. But I have been running, so I ran in high school, which I feel like I've mentioned before. But I've been trying to run as a big boy, as a grown adult at this point, and I'm just inconsistent with it. So I mentioned that I went to the doctor. What was that? 2 days? Yesterday? I think it was yesterday, and it was just to like establish care because I haven't been to the doctor in like 8 years or something, for just like general checkup or anything. But he's like, do you like train for any races? I was like, no, I mean like I can, like I know I can run a half marathon. Because like in high school, my easy days were like 7 miles. It's like just go out and run 7 miles and then come back. So like, I know I can get through a half marathon. And I actually did check a half marathon like near me, and it was like $100 to sign up. I'm like, I am not paying $100 to go run 13 miles. I can do that for free on my own. And then he's like, yeah, like I get that, but also sometimes it's good to like have a goal in the future to work towards. It's like, yeah, I understand that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll end up running a marathon one day. I thought about doing a triathlon because I ran and swam. So like I've got the 2 hard ones down. I can get through, I mean, I'm not talking like an Ironman or anything. It's like a 100-mile race, but even just like, maybe like an Olympic triathlon, which is like, what is it? It's like a mile, what is it? Like an 800 swim, like, is it like a 10K? Is it like a 10K run and then like a 10-mile bike or something like that? I don't know off the top of my head. Everybody blocks. Okay, everybody blocks Meat Subaru. That's okay. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking about. I know a lot of you do diary entries, and I've seen some people talking about exercising, so absolutely do that. I am a big, obviously I've done athletics my whole life, so I'm a big advocate for getting up, getting moving. It's something I've noticed with myself, like if I'm not active, then I start spiraling quickly, and when I spiral, I like just, I dig myself too deep into the hole, and it's hard to get out. So if you're struggling, even just going out, going for a walk can be helpful. I don't think that humans are designed to, ironically, considering that I'm saying this while I'm sitting in an apartment looking at a screen for hours on end, I don't think humans are designed to be like that. We have,
Look like the others.
I don't remember where I saw this, but somebody said that like humans, we have the same hardware that we had back when we were, I don't know, living out in nature, but we've had so many software updates and now our hardware can't keep up with it, which I felt like was a good way of explaining it in a very nerdy way. What are you weak to? You're weak to Pierce. Okay. Maybe I can get a crit? No. Oh, I can't get a crit. Yeah, so like humans, like we're designed to do so many things and be out, and I feel like most people, obviously, like if you have some kind of physical disability, this doesn't apply to you, and I would never try to force somebody in a wheelchair to go hiking up Mount Everest or something psycho like that. But I feel like we do better when we have a wide variety of scenery around us. You know, when I go for runs, like I don't listen to music or anything. I just throw the shoes on, throw the shorts on, head out the door. And obviously I've got a watch. I don't have the fancy Jeepus watches that everybody has. I just have a normal, like, it's just a Timex Ironman. I don't know if you want to look that up on the internet. It's just a digital watch, and I know roughly how fast I'm going, like per mile most days. I've got a nice little. There is a park near me, and they've got exactly a half-mile loop. Like it's even got quarter-mile markers around it, which is really nice to do speed work on. But it also lets me gauge like how fast I'm going on easy days. So, you know, if I got an easy day, I'll go down there, do a loop, and then go somewhere else and run off for a few more miles and then come back home. Which, that's one of the things I do really like about running, is that you can kind of, for the most part, you can kind of do it wherever, and you're not restricted by facilities, and you're not, where the hell is the stairs? It's below me. Stairs are below me. You're not limited by, like, facilities. You don't have to worry about, oh, it's not open right now. Really, the only thing you have to worry about is, like, managing when you run in relation to, for the most part, your meals, but also a little bit the weather. It's gross here right now. It's the middle of summer, and it's hot and humid. No enemies here. Floor 89. Okay, we're coming up on a border floor. I thought the border floor was like 92. That's concerning. So I'm gonna save. But yeah, like you can kind of just run wherever. And I know some people get bored if they don't have music. I would recommend not having music in, just because. Okay, I'm gonna use items to heal because I don't want to use any more of Makoto's SP, because I want to try to make it without doing any more SP stuff. And I've got 2 Theurgies on deck. Okay, so we do have a gatekeeper here. Please be careful. Yes, I know. There isn't a teleporter here, so we'll have to fight our way through. Please prepare as best you can. I need to use an healing item. Oopsies, that's the wrong. I'm so bad at navigating menus. But yes, you can kind of just run wherever, and the first step is always, or the hardest step is always the first one. So let's take on these gatekeepers. But even if you're not like, I don't know, super in shape, like you don't have to be a Steve Prefontaine or anything. But just getting out, being active. And I was talking about this with my doctor. He's like, you've managed to avoid like the 3 like killer habits out of college. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, obesity, binge drinking, and drugs. He's like, you don't do any of them. I was like, yeah, yeah. So that's how I take care of myself. There's definitely plenty of other not great habits that I have, which obviously I won't get into. That would be weird to talk about right now. But, oh, that really lowered. Oh, that's scary. I think I'll be okay if I get the book, dude. Yes. Ooh. I'm gonna try to save... I'm gonna try to save the other Theurgies. I think there may be a fight after this. I'm not 100% sure. Because if memory serves me correctly, there are a few times in Tartarus where you have Gatekeeper fights back-to-back without a teleporter, which makes me think that this might be one of them. And this guy did charge, which is concerning. And Jutaru Kajit. Okay. I'm gonna scan you. No weaknesses. Wow, so happy I scanned. But yeah, just go out, be active, try to take care of your bodies. You only get one of them. So you might as well... Oh, I've got Takuna. What am I doing with my life, man? You'd think with how much I play these games, I would know more about them. But yes, as long as you were getting out and doing something, that is better than doing nothing. And like I said, of course, like if you've got some kind of physical disability that keeps you from doing that, I'd still recommend trying to find something within your means, because can I charm you? We're gonna find out. Survey says no. Try to do something within your means. Oh, okay. I need to kill you. I need to kill you quickly. I'm gonna burn Junpei's Theurgy on this, because he's got Rebellion, he's got Charge, he's got Tarukaja, and that scares me! I don't know if I'll be able to... I think I might be able to do this. I think there's a chance. This is more damage, so closer to the full moon. I probably should check to see who was next. Oh! Oh! The clutch crit! Oh, God. But yeah. So I'm just going about my life, trying to be as healthy as I can. I feel like I'm generally pretty good. I also love cooking. I mean, I talked about this in the last chunk, where I like cooking. Maybe we should do Oro Cooks channel. Hey guys, I'm Ouroboros. Today we're cooking Kraft mac and cheese. What's up, Junpei? What's wrong? Something on your mind? Nah, it's nothing. Just, you know those shadows with the books on their heads? Like the one we just fought just now? What's even written inside that book? Oh, I was wondering the same thing. We'll catch glimpses from time to time, but it's hard to tell while fighting. Right? I mean, I don't give a crap about the words, but if there are like photo collections of... Moving on. Moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. Junpei, you're killing me, man. You are killing me. Yeah, I get the sense that there's going to be another fight right after this. And it gives us a bomb of life. Ooh, I have bad feelings. I have bad feelings. Ugh. Couples. Ugh, I hate love. Next floor is a board floor. Okay, so if we do get through this fight, we are home free. So I might as well heal up. I'll use a few Mad Bulls on Makoto. Might as well. Also, might as well use a Sylphid. Nope. What? There we go. There's the right button. Dude, playing too many games on different systems with different controllers, it is not conducive. It does not help things. But I was able to preserve Fuka's Theurgy and Aigis' Theurgy. So let's go defeat love. Be single forever. Woo! Forever alone. So I'm gonna Fuka it up right now. So I've mentioned how she gets charge and concentrate at some point. I don't know when that is, But I do get a full party Heat Riser, which is always going to be helpful. And are you guys going to go next? You're going to go next. I'm going to keep it simple and just use magic attacks for now, and then later I can... Okay, well, that's just lovely. And then later I can probably fish. Are you... Is this going to be a... Oh... They're just going to buff each other up. I don't like this. We'll figure it out. We'll play it by ear. Fortunately... Okay, you blocked that. That's just fantastic. Vacuum Slash? Is this going to be like one of them blocks physical and one of them blocks magic? That's definitely what it is. Okay, fortunately, Theurgies go through resistances. The only thing that can beat love is your robot waifu. Hashtag ChatGPT girlfriend. Granted, she has guns on her fingers, so not only I'm gonna move on to the next train of thought. Okay, so I can analyze? Oh, I can. What are you weak to? You have no weaknesses. I can't analyze you. That's fine. Okay, that is fine. This is... Do I have... What is it called? It's the pure skill that deals more damage when they're downed. Cruel something? I don't think I have that. I guess I will Getsu A. That's probably my best option. I want to get rid of one and then focus on the other, because if they're not buffing each other up, then I'm in better shape. No! I hate anime. Why do you get to heal? It's like when you're in the Elite Four and they use full restores. Why do you get to heal? No. Only I get to heal, right? That's cheating. Only I can have all the game mechanics available to me. You're a computer. But Mitsuru's Theurgy should do a good amount of damage here, especially because I am Heat Risered. Heat Risered? Heat Risened? Heat something or other? I don't know. I'm just spouting nonsense at this point because we're almost to the end, and I feel like I don't want to get into super long, crazy stories all at once, because then, I don't know, I feel like I can't finish them. Oh, nice crit. Please? Okay. I didn't know if it would block that. Looks like we're good. I think just Zyonga is probably my best option. I guess I just gotta whack it. I'm not gonna count my eggs before they hatch. Controlling partner? Oh no. That's not good. Don't be in controlling relationships. You are your own person. Maybe I should also have an Oro life advice channel. I'm a kind, caring person for the most part. I never bully any of you guys. I'm super chill. I'm super entertaining, which is why you're sitting down for 2 hours watching this feature-length film that I'm producing and not cooking dinner or something, or driving. Don't watch me while you're driving. If you want to just put it on Bluetooth and listen to me, which I guess, if you want to do that, go for it. Viewer retention, yay. Junpei gets Counter-Strike. This doesn't stack with Counter, so just go ahead and replace Counter. There's no reason to have both of them. Penthesilea gets Ice Break. I'm going to go ahead and replace Bufu for now. I don't really like the break skills very much. They just feel a little too niche. Aw, yeah, who's the man? I guess you weren't too shabby either. Keep up the good work, bud. You're the man, Junpei. I love this guy. Hey, man, I got your back, so let's keep sharing the load. All right, let's roll. He's so positive all the time. He's such a good guy. So let's go ahead and grab... Oh, I have something else that I have to do that I forgot. I forgot about this during these Tartar trips, and I'm actually running a little lower on Twilight Fragments than I would like. Fist of Fury. I feel like that should go with a different character, but it is what it is. We've got... Yep. Those are an item. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, hold on a moment. Yes, we've got another door. However, this is a different one. It's not shining. It feels different, too. Is this the structure Elizabeth referred to as not dissimilar to the other door? Should probably check it out. Shall we take a look? Yes, let's check it out. All right, I'll keep watch for anything on my end. So, if we go up to this thing, and press X, Seems like it won't open. Do you see anything that I'm missing? A major arcana I have on me is reacting to it. And now it's glowing. But why all of a sudden? Did you do something? Yep, the tarot card. Tarot card you have is reacting to the door? Maybe that card acts like a key for the door? Interesting. This door certainly works differently from the other ones we've seen. Okay. So these are Monad passages. These are not Monad doors. There is one Monad passage per block, and you have to have the corresponding major arcana card to unlock it. There are very, very hard shadows inside them, but you do get good items. The entrance to the Monad passage will remain permanently on the same floor in the same location, even after the turn of a new day. So these don't randomly appear like the Monad doors. These stay here in this spot, right here on this floor. If you feel outmatched, you can always come back. No shame in doing that. I did that all the time on my first playthrough. Forgot about them, and then ran through like 5 in the span of 10 minutes. So if we go in here, I actually don't remember if you can do this with Monad doors. You can actually come and go as you please. Don't sense any danger in your immediate vicinity. However, there might be a strong enemy further in, just like with the other doors. If you feel like you're in danger, please leave quickly. So I am going to leave at this point because I need to kind of reassess my team before jumping into this. I also kind of want to make sure I get all of the other stuff situated before I take on this Monad passage. So I'm going to go up a floor. Should be a border floor. Yes, dead end. On the other hand, we've made good progress. Nicely done. Come back whenever you're ready. Might as well go ahead and grab the obligatory treasure chest, even though it's more like a briefcase. The head researcher came to try and convince me. I was surprised. He was my old mentor. Whenever I remember his timid smile, my resolve wavers. Interesting. Well, we've got this one-way teleporter, so let's go ahead and head back. And I am going to save my game. And I can report to you for something, at least it looks like. Retrieve the 4th document. Yep, got that. 40,000 yen. And we've got these other ones. How are we doing on these? What about the shadow hunting milestone? Okay, I only need 79 more. Okay. I think I'm going to save, kind of figure those things out, and then once I get to a good point for the Monad passage, I will be back. Okay, I have returned. I have done a lot of stuff. So first off, I've done a ton of fusions, so I'll go ahead and just scroll through my list real quick just to show you what I've got. Part of it is the things that I want to use in combat, and some of these other ones, the lower level ones, those are things that I just need for upcoming social links that we have to do. So personas that you'll need this coming chunk: Priestess, Hanged, Strength, Moon, Justice, Lovers, Temperance, Hierophant, Chariot, and Tower. I've got 2 extra slots for Baphomet and Sati. I don't need Magician or Devil, so those are there. One more thing, I will go ahead and go into the Velvet Room right now. Once you hit 25% completion on the compendium, you get reduced summon cost. So if you go to summon, these are lower cost than they were. I wasn't recording when Elizabeth came over and told me, so that happened. I also was not recording when I got Makoto's characteristic. Yes, Makoto does, the main character, does in fact get a characteristic for his Theurgies, and that is tied to compendium completion as well. So if I go over here and I go to stats, I go to Makoto and then Theurgy, you can see his characteristic weakness boost increases damage when striking a weakness, which is obviously absolutely fantastic for your wild card. I also got, I don't remember if I showed this. I have 2 extra persona slots now in my stock. I have also organized my skills. It's been a while. I don't know if I've actually even done this yet in the playthrough, but it's been time. It's not great when those things are not nice and neat like I like them. So I've also got a couple of requests to turn in. Shadow hunting milestone number 6. I get a Soma, and then Persona Fusion milestone number 3. Get some Twilight fragments, and just these 3 right now, and I'm about to go do the Manad passage. So, I've also... Oh, do you mind escorting me yet again? This time, I would like to go to a location known as Naganaki Shrine. If you have the time, then please come fetch me so long as the sun is out. Okay, so we do have another outing with Elizabeth, and... I do have some level ups. You can see Akihiko and Yukari are lower than everybody else. I probably should have used them in the party a little bit more, so I'm going to use them during these Manad Passage fights just to get a little bit of extra experience on them. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to keep Aigis out. I'm going to throw Junpei in because, as you can see, I am locked and loaded on Theurgies right now because these are difficult fights. So, I'm going to... was 92? Was that the border floor? Yes, it was. Okay, well, I have to go back. That's unfortunate. Now I gotta go this way. And now I can go to 91. And now we will take on the Manad Passage. There are multiple shadows in these passages, so be prepared. You are allowed to leave and like save and change your personas and do fusions in between the fights. So if you feel overwhelmed after this first one, don't fret. You're always able to go back and refresh yourself. That's a long flight of stairs down. It leads deeper into the depths of Tartarus compared to the other doors. It's almost like it's luring us to go all the way in. It's a little disturbing. Yes, it's very odd that we've started climbing and climbing and climbing, and now we're descending down into the depths of Tartarus. But this is a new addition in Reload. It's a nice thing, as well as the Manad doors. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but I really, really like these. I enjoy them. They spice up the Tartarus gameplay, and I think they add a nice little challenge. Yet another door, even inside the first one. Feels like a very long pathway. It's a layout I've never seen before. Please be careful as you go on. Yes, this is also... these are not randomly generated, these Manad passages. These always appear like right before the border floor, I believe. We're in a deeper part. The passage is separated by doors and goes even deeper. Please be careful. We will be okay. I have faith in myself. I believe this is the one that I wanted to start with because I have Auto Tarukaja and Auto Sukukaja. So I should also probably Sylphid Aura. I just want to make sure I don't die here after all of this prep work. That would suck so much. I sense a shadow up ahead. It doesn't look very strong. Seems rather weak for a shadow inside one of these doors. I have a bad feeling about this. Please be fully prepared if you plan to battle it. Yes, because I remember in my first playthrough of Reload, I came here and like got one shot. It did not go well at all. So you do need to be prepared. These are... I would say these are by far the strongest fights in, or the hardest fights in Reload. So what do I want to do here? 33 looked like my highest. Ooh, no, right. This Getsu A on this Oni is very, very, very strong because he's got, yes, that's good damage. That's, oh, that's bad. Right, this is why this fight is such a problem. And I don't actually remember what this thing is weak to, so I'm gonna have to play the guessing game. Maybe I'll die this round, and then the next one I'll be okay. I'm gonna lower your accuracy. I am worried about this concentrate. I don't know... Like I said, I don't remember exactly what you're weak to, but this strike skill looked good. It's a crit, so it's not weak to strike. I did actually get, in between finishing up recording for the last chunk and then this one, I got a new question in the Discord, and that is, if you were a social link / confidant, what would be your arcana? Okay, please have mercy. Megiddo? Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful here. Okay. I think I'm still okay. I think I'm still okay, because I can heal Yukari. I'm trying to save my Theurgies for the next fight. I don't want to burn them all right now. And I think I'll be alright, because it's probably going to concentrate Megiddo again. Anyway, which Arcana would I be if I were a social link or a confidant? And There's one character in this series who I relate to more than any other character in any piece of media, and that is Kasumi from P5. I feel very hurt by Atlas when I play through her story, and I guess that would put me as the Faith Arcana, which I realize is kind of a weird choice because that's not really a normal Arcana, but I would say I relate to her the most, and I feel like her story is one that I could see myself fitting into really well. And I know I said I wasn't going to burn through my Theurgies. I think I am going to use Jack Brothers here, just because I don't want to tank another Concentrate Megiddo, and this usually knocks down. If not, it'll at least do a lot of damage. Yeah, so that's all we need. All right, well, that is the first one down, and we should have one more to go here. Agileo, I'm just gonna get the money. I'm really set on money. I'm not worried about that even in the slightest. Shadow eliminated, good work. Phew, I'm glad that's over. That'd be a cinch, but boy was I wrong. Trying to catch us off guard, eh? But it'll take more than that to bring us down. Anyways, there's treasure up ahead, right? Come on, let's go grab our loot. There might be a treasure chest up ahead, but I sense an enemy presence there too. If you're worn out from battling, don't push yourself too hard. Take some time to recuperate. I am gonna go back to the entrance, just so that I can go ahead and recover and then also save, because this has been a much longer Tartarus trip than I was really intending it to be. So if you briefly saw my playtime, this has been a 3-hour Tartarus trip for me. I'm gonna enter Manad. This has been a 3-hour trip for me. Only about 2 hours worth of recording and an hour of trying to get all of the other stuff. Just the grinding to kill 800 shadows. I don't know if you have to do that right now, but I just like sticking to the guide so that I don't mess anything up and it keeps everything nice and neat and organized. But we go through this door, and we are left with yet another staircase going down and down and down into the depths of Tartarus. And, oh, is there, oh, okay. So we've got 3 chests here. We get an Ice Saber, not a lightsaber, but an Ice Saber. We'll give that to Mitsuru. Memoir 02. Even shadows have unique traits. The more hostile ones display great strength. We can't be controlled in our current facility. We've developed the Cathedral of Time to avoid disposal of such unique specimens. Interesting. Is there a Memoir 1? Did I miss that somewhere? Key items? Memoir. Where is Memoir 1? I will probably check that after, or maybe, yeah, probably after this fight. I don't want to distract myself during the fight. Wait, what is... Oh, Akihiko got knocked out. That's why he doesn't have his Theurgy. That's unfortunate. I spent all that time building that up just for it to not make a difference. But we have a powerful enemy up ahead, so let's do this. This is fight number 2. No matter what shows up, I will do this. Memoir 01. Oh, this is a lot of enemies. What was that? That was Tetrakarn. Okay. I think I go ahead and burn Oracle here. Usually that's good for setting things up. Memoir 01. Weird. Okay. I will check that later. Just in case. I resist it. That's probably okay for right now. I at least resist it, but that thing is weak to it, so that's good. I think I go for it again. I don't know any of the other weaknesses, so just doing good damage is what I need right now. As long as I don't die from it. Oh, don't kill him. God damn it. This is what I mean. These fights are tough. Like, they are not easy, and you do not want to mess around with them. So I think I'm gonna go for the revival beat. I need to heal anyway. And that's probably Zeodyne. Oh, Oh, okay. Yes, so Zeodyne, that is that is a very, very, very strong skill for right now. That's the heavy electric damage, in case you couldn't tell. And we have personas that like don't even have medium damaging skills. So to see that pop up right now is kind of scary. And you throw up my Caricons. Okay, I need to get rid of this bookshelf head if I want to do any decent damage. I think shifting over to... I wonder if I do Theurgy into a Makarakarn, if that will break it, or if it will just not make a difference, if it will still be up. I'm never in this position where I have an enemy with Makarakarn and I have a Theurgy, but I think it might kill. Okay, really close. Good damage though, so that's, okay. I really oh, good counter, good counter. Oh my god, great counter. Really should not have brought Akihiko in here, but I am going to Hack and Blast the book head because I feel like it's probably the best bet. I don't think the wizard guy is too much of a problem. It's almost dead, and the book is dead. So, please, nice, awesome, okay. Well, that went well, knock on wood, unless something absolutely crazy happens in this turn, which it might. Oh, please. Please don't like reflect or anything. Okay, we're good. I would have been so sad if that just didn't work for whatever reason. And we get a lot of options. I'm just gonna go for the money, I guess. Diorama would have been fine, but nothing crazy there. Shadow eliminated, good work. Seems like shadows with different affinities are banding together. They even brought their own support. If they're working together as a team, then things could get dicey. But I suppose this proves that teamwork significantly increases a group's combat power. So we'll be counting on you, leader. It looks as though you've defeated all the shadows in this area. All we have to do now is open that treasure chest. Let's do it. Yes, let's do it. First try. Both of them. I guess it helps that I am a little overleveled. This is 3 Twilight Fragments.
Oh, hello.
That was quite the trip, but we found a familiar sight beyond that imposing enemy. Seems rather secure. Can you get it open? Oh, it isn't locked. Huh? You can open it as is? Oh, that does save us some trouble. We are in a rather irregular area. I wonder if that's a special feature of this place. I'm not detecting any danger, so please check what's inside. And we get... wait for it. We get the Temperance Tarot and the Book of Sameh. It seems the Temperance Major Arcana card is now available during shuffle time. Temperance, the next time you do a daily activity, your academics, courage, and charm will increase more than usual for that day. It doesn't really make much of a difference now. Also, the guide isn't reliant on that, so you don't have to worry about that. And we can also get 1 more Major Arcana each day, which is nice. A tarot card. It's similar to the ones you already have, leader. It was also reacting to the entrance, so there may be some connection there. It's possible that the other doors somewhere else would react to that card as well. Well, we're at a dead end, so let's head on back. And I think that, no, not the next floor. I think that is everything for this trip in Tartarus. I am going to, wait, I do need to talk to Elizabeth because we have one final request to report on. Well done on fulfilling my request. The Manad passage you explored seems to be slightly different from the usual doors you've encountered. While they may both house strong shadows, the passage seems to lead deeper into the depths, thus harboring even more powerful shadows. But the rewards you reap are far greater. By defeating all the shadows within the passage, you will gain a new Major Arcana, which, in turn, will aid your growth. I won't force you to undertake this task, but I do hope you continue to challenge these passages whenever you can. Those of us who reside in the Velvet Room are always pleased to bear witness to your growth. That will also bring me one step closer to fulfilling my true desire. Oh, my apologies. I didn't intend to take up so much of your time babbling. Please take this as your reward. We get a black sword. All right, well, that was a long and arduous Tartarus adventure. If you're following the guide, it says to have 50,000 yen after selling your loot. I haven't even sold my loot yet, and I'm way more than double that, so that is going to be it for today. I am going to double check on that memoir once the day passes over just to make sure I didn't miss anything, but it's been a long day. It's been 3 days for me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's call it quits.